Sure. I think for the most part, we share the minutes. So I kind of mocked up a chart last week because I feel like things we don't have as much time as we might think, just because we do need to do all of the testing, and we preferably want to be deployed for at least a few weeks before the actual eclipse, so that people can kind of troubleshoot and collect data for comparison on site. So with that in mind, it's also going to take a certain amount of time for shipping, but I'm not sure what everyone's shipping times are. With that in mind, let's talk about Grape 1 deployment. John isn't here. So is there any updates from the New England group?
We're ready.
Send us
Okay.
the cards.
Did you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah,
We're ready. So we're awaiting SD cards. And was a decision made on disk
Disk enclosures.
enclosures?
I would say that we're going without them unless Dr. Frizzell has like a secret stash
That's the question.
thing.
Hey, if it's the difference of $500, I can come up with $500 for that.
Would it come out of anything related to the Grape 2 deployment?
I'd probably take it from the original Daisy grant.
Okay.
So the answer is no. It would, if it needed to not come from the Grape 2 deployment, like I could find another $500 to make sure we have appropriate cases for these things.
Okay.
This goes back to the timeline.
Yes. This is the only thing I'm worried about.
So I mean, if you I know John may not be on the telecon today, but if you can track him down and be like, we need to order these things, like I can come up with money to buy them.
Do we have an idea of which ones we want?
That's the other thing. I don't think we necessarily do, and I would hazard a guess that John is not really in favor of doing this at the moment.
Because of his timeline or because of the project itself?
Still working on a lot of Grape 2 stuff.
Yeah, but I still think an actual like proper hard drive enclosure is going to be better than just leaving these hard drives out with a random wire. I don't see.
Do you have a hard drive case you would recommend?
I don't. Does somebody here?
Well, I have one that I use. This is the Sabrent model. I think I held this up about a month ago, but this one comes with it's a plastic enclosure that's got a SATA cable and a power supply. And actually the SATA connector is inside it, and it's got a USB connector, a B on one side and an A on the other. I'll open it up and show you.
What's the model of that?
Yeah, it's a Sabrent docking Plano USB. Oh, that's right. That's the Spanish. Hard drive flat docking station. You got a part number? No, I don't see one, but
It says they're $29 right now on Amazon.
this has got a power supply 12-volt and a USB cable. The back end looks like that.
I
So,
just put this into the chat. Is this the same thing you are,
let me look.
Yeah, I've been using that one on on my DRF station for almost 2 years now, and it works fine.
Todd, you said that?
Yeah, that was me. I have one that has a fan on, which is about $5 or $6 more than I have that one, but I've been using that one on my DRF station. Like I said, since in October it'll be 2 years, and it no problems. And it
Yeah,
does protect the hard drive.
That's the one, Nathaniel, that I have too, so.
We need
I've got a
15
U
of them.
green that seems to work fine.
You have who has a U green?
I
Jim?
do.
So I'll put the U green in the chat.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up on Amazon in a minute.
I'm looking up right now. I think I found it for $27.
Sounds about right.
I got it on Amazon for $28.99 and overnight shipping.
There we go. That one.
Wait a minute.
N repeater.
Let's switch over to my,
Slightly different. That's you.
That's it. Yep.
Similar thing.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
user.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't come off the same mold.
No.
hmm,
They have a little fewer reviews, but it's less, it's like $3 less.
4,200 ratings. Versus
I would, let's see, quantity 5.
versus 28,000 ratings.
Which one is 28,000?
The first one you put out.
Just say, Brent,
Oh yeah.
4.5 stars. 4.4 stars.
This says limited quantity available of that one. We want 15 of these, right?
Yes.
Yes.
$28.90. All right, it looks like add to cart. Let me check my cart here. That no, I don't want that. Delete that. Okay, so this is what we need?
That's what I was seeing. Yep.
I could potentially order this right now and have it shipped directly to you.
so if we have this in New England, we can ship the disc enclosed in the enclosure. And I assume it would be secure enough if, we could wrap it in plastic or something to hold the enclosure top down.
Hang on to the box it came in and put the disc in. I think it'll still fit in the same box.
Yeah, it should.
But
That's true.
the box is fairly big,
The shipping box.
Yeah.
the shipping box that
Yeah,
we've got.
this is the box, but then the box without it, with just the disc is about the same volume. I mean, I don't, they're upstairs, but I have them all here, but we wouldn't be shipping any more volume.
No.
Oh.
You just drop the can't get this thing to come into focus. Drop it in here and it shouldn't take any more volume.
So Do you, should we go with this one?
I think David McCaw might have had a different suggestion about a month ago.
It may well be.
I think I see you on, David, but I don't see. No, you're
A suggestion for which part?
the disc enclosure.
Oh, well, no, I think these are fine. The only thing that I was saying is that you do need something that's powered rather than trying to power it off the USB directly, even if you have a powered hub.
It comes with a 12-volt supply, and I think I read that they also drive the 5 volts from this.
Yeah.
But I'm not positive about that.
Yeah, they do. No, the internal supplies both the 12 and the 5. We've been using solid state drives that are 5 volt only, but they need a powered hub. If you don't want to go with the powered hub, and these drives, the 3.5s need a 12 volt supply. The 2.5s is what we've been using. So it's kind of like different animal. But the Sabrent case should do fine, or that other one.
I move we do it.
I
Yeah, our
guess,
systems, I'll just, for completeness of the answer, I'll say that our systems, we've been using 2.5-inch solid state drives, and they're 5 volt only, but they have very high current spikes, so require a powered hub rather than taking it straight off the Pi. We're using these 3.5-inch hard drives, so the case is a good idea. There was a powered cable that was being discussed the last time. And as Nathaniel's saying, it's equivalent to this, but it doesn't cover the drive.
Right.
So for similar money, I guess I would say get the case.
Well,
It does sound like a good idea. You can put the drive in it and ship the case and drive together.
Yeah.
okay, great. I can go. If you, who am I shipping this to?
Well, John has been shipping it to me, which you can do, or I can order it and get reimbursed. Either way, Nathaniel, you
No,
want
I can just order it right now, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Is it to your QRZ address?
Yeah.
Is
that okay?
So 15 Willow Road, Harvard, Massachusetts.
Right.
I will work on placing that order right now.
Okay.
Check.
And the existing combo power supplies, SATA adapters, I guess we can maybe get reimbursed on if it's less than 30 days. I've got them here too, so we just need to decide the disposition of those, where they go.
Okay, that sounds good. I guess did you order them from Amazon and have them shipped to you directly?
John did.
John ordered them from Amazon and had them shipped to you directly, right?
Yeah, I think it was actually Salisa ordered them and had them shipped directly to me. So
Okay. So if Salisa ordered them, hopefully she can try to get them returned.
okay.
So I can send her an email asking her to help out with that.
All right.
But you didn't spend any money, did you? Your personal dollars? Okay, good.
No.
All right, yeah, we'll try to. I'll work with Lisa to figure out getting those sent. For the moment, let me get these ordered.
Great.
All right, you can keep going while I'm working on the order, Rachel. I will let you know once it's placed.
Okay. Back to the minutes. Okay. I know you guys had requested, this was from a few weeks ago, but just a few Grape receiver boards for assembly and testing. Did you guys get that?
I think Joe's building them.
Oh, perfect.
Joe, are you on here? he was, I believe, building the boards.
Okay,
Was, cause we kind of had our plate full.
okay. Software. So I guess anything else on hardware? Hardware. No? Okay. Software. So the images are burned. That is all we will be knowing for today. Anything from the image test going on? So you guys were working on the current image.
I am burning one of the ones that Bill is burning multiples of, and I will start testing it this morning.
Okay.
Hey, Bill Blackwell, could you just give me your phone number, please?
Yes, it's 508-733, 508-733-0859.
Great, 508-733-0859.
Right.
Thank you. And then,
Okay. I believe Gary's still on vacation as well, so this map is what we currently have and the update as of 8/29. It's still beautiful. Any other comments on software, hardware deployment issues?
Yeah, this is Bill Dornbush. I'm getting one of the Grape units, and your timeline doesn't show anything about time to install when it's received. They're not going to be instantaneously installed, so you might want to add a little bit in for that.
Right, I kind of made a softer start.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay. It just says ship. It doesn't say receive and install.
But yeah, the point of the timeline is that we have less time than we think we do, because all of the individual parts together will take quite a bit of time.
Well,
Okay.
anyone who's receiving one,
Mhm.
they should be thinking about their antenna and identify a location where they have, half a dozen outlets or an outlet strip, network, access to wherever their antennas are coming in, and so that they know what's going to happen, because
Yes.
Takes a bit of logistics to set.
And we do have 6 antennas that will be going out with the grapes. So
Correct.
at the moment, 6 people have requested wire
I think I'm on for 7. I think one's supposed to be sent to, I can't think of his name at the moment. What was it? Yeah,
we accounted for, because the number was originally 5, I think, but I'll put 7.
it was 5, it went up to 6, and I think it's up to 7 now. So that's
Okay.
what I'm building.
Fair. So if anyone is receiving a Grape station and needs an antenna, then speak now, I suppose. Or email W1XP. Okay, let's talk a little bit about documentation.
I do have some update on software, on analysis software and documentation, not for deployment.
Okay.
Bill Blackwell, can you receive packages on Saturday and Sunday?
Yes. Yep.
Great.
Okay. George, did you want to talk a little bit about documentation?
Okay, we have a quick start guide. review version that is out to, I sent it to Bill Engelke, John Gibbons, and Nathaniel and Gary for comments, corrections, and review comments and corrections. I've not heard much back. Bill Engelke wrote months ago, wrote a couple of documents that went into sort of a deep dive of how it works and why it's doing what it's doing. It's 25 pages. I have lightly edited and reformatted that document, and I've sent it to him for his review. I have not heard back. My plan is to post that on the HAMSI website. The first document, the startup guide, would be shipped with the units. So both of those are in progress.
For those of us who are providing our own, you'll have it online, I assume.
Yeah, both documents will be online.
Okay, good, thanks.
The question is, where will they be online?
Yes,
Hamsci.org. I have /basic project /personal space weather station /something. Gary had come back suggesting that the something was NEGG, neg, and I said, no, let's not put neg up there. Let's come up with some other name, but I haven't heard. Nathaniel, do you have any ideas?
Or a name besides the NEGG?
I'm sorry?
Or a name besides the NEGG?
Yeah.
How
How about like
hadn't thought-
Grape 1 DRF?
That's possible. I think for this is for the documentation.
Yes, sir. Hamsci DRF docs.
Yeah, I think what should happen is if you go to hamsci.org/grape, it should be easily findable from there.
I kind of have troubles with Hamsci, with navigating Hamsci.
You have trouble with what?
With navigating hamsci.org.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying in principle, in theory, I feel like you should be able to go to hamsci.org/grape and you should be able to find the document easily.
Hamsci.org.grape
/grape.
/grape, and I get, yeah, this.
We currently
Okay.
have links to a Grape 1 page and a Grape 2 page. I think perhaps we should make a separate line item for Grape ones that are deployed with DRF.
I think so
Just
too.
at the moment.
Who would do that?
Probably Gary, I would think.
Okay.
He's back. Maybe.
Yeah, since he's currently out on vacation, I don't quite want to ask him to assume anything about his time commitments. But
Well, that isn't an immediate need.
yeah,
Within a week, I mean, systems won't be in anybody's hand, and they'll have paper, I believe, George, won't they?
The quick start guide will be shipped with the units.
Right, so it's more historical, I think, at this point.
Yeah, but
Because
then-
it applies to the 15.
correct, but I make strong reference to, hey, you might want to read this for further insight.
Yep.
According to Engelke's document.
I
Right.
think now we could kind of count it as non-deployment crucial, but at the same time, there are some non-NSF funded stations going up. Although they do have their own set of docs that Gary has kind of sent around.
Rachel, have you done any work on the website?
I have not. I don't have access.
Okay, I should probably get you access, and you should maybe with this might be a good task for you to do.
Okay.
then let me know what you come up with and and then how do I get them up there? Do I send them to you, Rachel, or can I?
Yeah, should be good.
I'm sorry,
That'd be good.
send it to you.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Maybe after this call, Rachel, we can stay on for a couple minutes. I can give you a quick website tutorial. Great. I have the hard drive shipped, ordered. They should show up at your house tomorrow, at
Great.
tomorrow, Bill.
Okay, great. Thank you, Nathaniel.
And I will, I'm gonna send you an email and Celise an email, about the other one.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. We're doing not too bad. Where are you mobiling at this hour of the day?
Where is he mobiling?
Okay, back to the minutes.
Got a bunch of stuff to do around this morning.
Documentation. Okay. Any other? Yeah.
Yeah, you might put at the top of the page there, point I, KB1 HFT deep dive document, you might label that as in progress.
Oh, yeah, I just assumed that was kind of your update, but I guess I can insert a drop down for it.
No, and that one is not out to Gary, it's just out to Bill and
Okay.
yeah, thank you. The quick start guide was out to Gary, Nathaniel, Bob, and Bill. I mean, John and Bill.
Okay.
I said, yeah, I did. Thank you.
All right.
And
And
Nathaniel there.
yeah,
Yes.
as part of a
Sorry, I'm still finishing up paperwork on doing this order.
Okay, I'm just saying, add your name onto this, who's got the quick start guide.
Okay, I think I'll have some time this afternoon to read through it and hopefully give feedback.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm
And
getting my car serviced, and you always need good things to do while waiting for your oil change and have to do other things.
take a blue pencil.
Yep. Decide to use it instead of
okay. Any other questions, comments, or concerns for the Grape 1 deployment?
The open backlog. I've written the script and I formatted all and partitioned the 15 disk drives. So that's completed.
Nice. Well, I kind of assumed, but this is for an issue that came up last week that somebody might come in with like an arbitrarily sized hard drive and want to set up a new station. So this is stuff that in the future people might want to do that we might need documentation for, but is not an issue now.
I think Bill has I know Bill has a set of Linux commands that does it, and now he says he's got a script that does it. I think that ought to be posted on this website, collected intelligence.
Well,
along with Engelke's document. And
I didn't want to reinvent the wheel if and when it came.
But you make a good point, Rachel, that somebody might want to use their own hard drive and they have to format it and name it in a particular way.
Right. Well, this is all stuff that came up last week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's not really my point either, but yeah, this is all stuff that's like non-essential for the launch.
Yeah.
But
Right.
does anyone have, I guess, any essential hardware, software questions, comments, or concerns for the Grape 1 deployment.
So I downloaded the new image and attempted to burn it to a 32 gig Lexar card, and it failed. I used 3 different disk imagers and got failures on all of them. And basically it said I was about 320 to 350 megabytes short. And I ran across this problem with a controller project that I did on Raspberry Pi. And it's like, if you make an image on one, not all SD cards, 32 gig cards are exactly the same size. And if you make an image off of one card, it might not fit on another card. So I used 128 megabyte card, and it burned just fine.
Yeah.
And so I ordered a Samsung Pro Endurance like you're using, and it isn't here yet. I'm going to confirm that. So the card that you burn to is going to appears to be important.
It is. I've never been able to burn to a 32-bit card. I have several on order. They should come today of these Samsung, the ones that were initially, what are they called? Initially recommended.
Yeah, the Pro Endurance cards.
Mr. Agoki says he has no problems when he burns them.
So you might make a note that there's that people should buy the recommended card.
Yeah.
If I may throw in a thought, I have come across I guess it's just a script for reducing the size of Raspberry Pi images. I have not tried it on our image, but it's called Pi Shrink.
What did you use, Bill Blackwell?
I used a tool probably similar that John Gibbons provided to shrink the image. The Art's probably got the same kind of tool.
I would imagine so.
Series of it's a Python script that runs it. No, it's a Perl script actually. It runs a series of system commands. But
yeah, I think it's the same thing. You can do it in Python or you can do it in Perl, depending on your proclivities, I guess.
Be that as it may, Bill has already burned the cards.
Well, right on then.
Right. This is for people that are doing their own.
Right.
They might want to shrink the image.
The $2 difference, why not get a 64 gig card?
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions, comments, or concerns about the Grape 1 deployment? Okay. We're making, pretty good time for missing 3 of the people key to the Grape 1 deployment. Any updates on Grape 2? John is still missing. Let me check the participants. Kung is also not here. Dr. Frizzell, do you have any comments on the software side of the Grape 2 deployment?
Yeah, I do. So George and others have been asking about visualization scripts for the Grape 2 data. And the answer so far has been that there is visualization software or tools buried in the MIT Digital RF package, but it is not easy to use. And if you are not an expert, you will struggle greatly. So we're trying to do some things to improve the situation there. We have, so I've reached out to the developer of Digital RF, Dr. Ryan Volz, VOLZ, who's at the MIT Haystack Observatory, and asked Ryan if he had any tutorial material about using this software, and he said unfortunately he does not right now. So I suggested that we try to recruit from the Hamside community, someone who would be willing to both write scripts to do the analysis and improve the documentation materials. And I asked Ryan if he would be willing to support that person or people if they have questions, and Ryan said that yes, he would. So I propose that when Gary gets back next week, we write up some sort of a job description or advertisement and see if we can recruit some volunteers and also develop some requirements documents for what we want. And so that's my plan going forward with that part of the project.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm just going to give that its own space because we've talked about it multiple times with respect to the Grape 1 and the Grape 2. That will just be its own thing. I assume the antenna is still waiting on when you get the antenna from the Grape 1 deployment.
Well, it's work in progress.
Right, no, I'm just checking because Kung's not here and I don't know what's happening at his house.
Yeah, I don't know. I
supposed to
also
supply
gave,
him with I'm supposed to supply him with an antenna, and I'll need his address. If
Right, I think
it's not
that
on Gary's list or not.
yeah, I think that's
If-
part.
Gary can just ship it to the University of Scranton with my package and I can hand it to Kung.
Yes.
I also I had a couple of U-loop HF receive antennas that I gave Kung about 2 weeks ago. I haven't heard whether they were used or not. So, or how that's going. So I can try to follow up with him. But usually with Kung, no news is good news. He tends to reach out when he's having trouble. But I will try to follow up on that.
Okay. And this is more of a question for John. 88Y, which I'll talk to. Okay, so open projects, that's just going to be volunteers. This was completed last week, so we should have new image updates for the FL Digi project, website projects. I will add myself too. Okay, and this is just semi-permanent backlog at the moment. Does anyone have anything else that they'd like to talk about, discuss, or announce?
I think I would propose that we either close the meeting or I go, because I'm very happy to announce that Jeff DiPolo, WN3A, our antenna contractor for the W3USR station, has just arrived on campus and is starting to unload all of the equipment for our new ham radio station here. So I should go meet him and make sure that's all going well.
Oh, yeah.
And then Rachel, we should meet and go over getting you access to the website.
Yes. Okay.
Why don't, if we close the meeting now, I might be able to give you a quick rundown and kind of get you access. Maybe I can get you access to the Play website too, because we have the website deployed in 2 places, the realhamside.org, and then we have it on another IP address, a copy of it that's like our sandbox. So I can give you access to the sandbox first. You can play around with that, and then when you're kind of happy with that, you can go to the real one. What do you think about that?
It sounds like you've me-proofed it. That's perfect.
Great. And I can also tell you that on a nightly basis, I make entire copies of the website, download it to the computer at my house. And also we use Linode's routine backup their system as well. So it's backed up in multiple places. Says we are sending.
Okay. Any other questions, comments, or concerns? 'Cause if not, I think we will call that good.
Long,
Yes. Dr. Frizzell, would you like to, oh, stop the recording?
I will stop the recording. Thank you very much. I'll have to find the control here. There it is. Bye, everyone. 7 free.